Painful indeed. Now, Mwangi's torture, Boniface Mwangi, Boni, has sparked outrage in Kenya and, of course, in East Africa at large. And, Mwangi, in a tearful press conference,
to this place where they want to touch us. When we go there, they told me to get off the car, came out, and then I was grabbed by about 4 men, and they lifted me up so fast. We were put in an upside position where my legs were up like this, my body's up, I'm stuck naked.
he alleged that President Samia Suluhu ordered police to torture him with bottle insertion during detention. Eish. Hey, hey. Do we, how do we call this? Hello, folks. Welcome back to the channel. Of course, this is Dr. Politica, and here we decode power and dissect Kenya. Now, I am Peter Ogutu, your analyst. Now, our analysis takes us to Tanzania, and what happened in over 2 weeks ago, 1 to 2 weeks, is the detention and deportation of Martha Karua, Boniface Mwangi, and of course this sparked outrage in Kenya. And today, Mwangi spoke for the first time, and it was tearful. As you have seen the video, it's funny, as in you can't even listen to it. So if it is true, indeed, I think it is unfortunate for our whole president to, of course, order something like that to happen, if it is true. Yeah. But the way this guy is talking, I mean, it's so emotional, and I believe him. I believe him. Now, of course, they were deported together with, of course, Matakarua was sent back, and we have this lady Agathe Atuhaire, who's of course Ugandan. They were both deported because Suluhu was jealous that these people were going to, of course, help his nemesis Nulisu, who of course Suluhu is afraid of facing in the next election. All this is politics, huh? And Samia Suluhu is afraid to face this gentleman Nulisu in the next elections because Suluhu has never vied as a president. Yeah, he's always been the running mate, but this is the first time she is, of course, defending the seat that Magufuli left for her. Now, in this story, I think some things have come up, and we have seen also people blaming Ruto because in Twitter, there are some posts claim that Ruto's government requested Mwangi's silencing. Remember, Mwangi has been disturbing Ruto here. So, Ruto had requested Mwangi to be silenced. That's according to some Twitter post. Actually, they say that the buck stops with President Ruto. Of course, Ruto could have reached out to Samia Suluhu, and of course, he could have requested the president of Tanzania to, release Boniface Mwangi. But now, you see now, he didn't do that. He didn't do that. So Suluhu, Ruto did not publicly, requested Suluhu to, of course, release Mwangi and the rest. Now, there's Gen Zs in Tanzania, they're divided. In fact, some posts from Tanzania, Justice Tanzania says that lies to tarnish Mama Samia, where is the proof? Of course, Samia Suluhu, sorry, there's some people who, of course, are defending her, telling her, they're saying that, Boniface Mwangi is just trying to, defame their president. Of course, we don't know that. Now, of course, there are also some pages like Tanzania Voice 23 saying that Suluhu must answer for this shame, justice for Boniface. Now, these are all Tanzanians who are divided. Some, of course, feel for what happened to Boniface Mwangi, and some say that this is just, sympathy. But when you look at the video, when Boniface Mwangi was coming to Kenya, the way he was walking, and the way he was, you could just tell that this guy is not pretending. Actually, this guy was hurt because being detained for 4 days in Tanzania, as in, that's not your home. and he was not being well taken care of. It was not a Christmas party. It was actually torture. And I think I can really agree with Boniface Monge that he was tortured by Tanzania's government. Now, of course, say a case, Kenya cannot, defend Boniface Mwangi because Boniface Mwangi was at the forefront during the last year's Gen Z demonstration. Yeah, so the government usually see Boniface Mwangi as a threat. In fact, even Madakarua, the government actually, instead of helping their own, they castigated these people. And in fact, I remember Mudavadi saying that hawa wamepeleka mdomo yao chafu Tanzania. You see, you need to defend your, your own. Because you need to be patriotic. Huh? But Kenya's government does not work that way. You are either with them or not with them. Since you're not with them, they can't, they cannot side with you. That's how it is. So, having said so, what do you think is the next step? Yeah, because this is a sad situation, and indeed, if this thing happened, if Boniface Mwangi was tortured that way, the way he says, I think it will torture him. It will actually stick in his mind forever. Because imagine being done that as a man. It is somehow degrading, and it is somehow shameful. In fact, these people said that if you go to Kenya and expose what he did to you, we will expose also the videos. So these videos were recorded. Now the twist. The videos are there. So Content Mangi should be very careful because anytime soon, anytime from now, he will see himself screaming in the room. It's not a laughing matter. It is so sad that it happened to him, and it can happen to anyone. And we are saying that that is not the way to go because East Africa is a family, and East Africa should coexist. As in, there should be freedom of movement and of expression, but not torture. I think the best thing Tanzania could have done is, of course, carrying Moses Mwangi and deporting him. Not doing those things. If at all they did those things. But I agree with Moses Mwangi because there's a Tanzanian member of parliament, Warida something, who said that next time they see activists from Kenya, they will execute them. She said that publicly in a parliament actually. So you see now how rogue Tanzania's government is, because how can you treat Kenya as your enemy? Yet you have Tanzanians who are in Kenya here. Yeah, you have Tanzanians who are working in Kenya. Some of them are having big jobs, big business in Kenya. So you're giving them tough time because when you act as if you don't need anyone, you're perfect. Yet you know that your brothers are here in Kenya. I think it is not right um, what happened, but anyway, that's what happened. And tell me, do you think Samia Suluhu did the right thing, or do you think Boniface Mwangi is just fabricating all this for sympathy? Maybe he wants to vie in 2027. No, in Kenya, people vote with emotions. Maybe Mwangi is just coming to the story so that he can vie and become a member of parliament. Because last time he vied, so we don't know. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to what happened to him, and I believe he will recover soon. Hit me in the comment section.